Welcome to another edition of Voice of the Diaspora. Will Giftland Mall pay what it owes to the mayor and town council? It is understood that in excess of $100 million is owed to the mayor and town council of Georgetown in taxes that Giftland Mall has allegedly not paid. The proprietor of Giftland Mall, Mr. Beepat, is saying that he pays his taxes. The mayor is contending that since the doors of Giftland Mall opened, no taxes has been paid. Is the case quashed by the chief magistrate ruling, by the chief justice ruling on Thursday, or is there a case to be heard still? In studio with me today is none other than His Worship, the Mayor of Georgetown, Mr. Ubraj Narine. Welcome to Voice of the Diaspora, Ubraj Narine, Mayor of
Thank you
Georgetown.
very much. Thank you very much for having me on your program.
And I'm very elated to have you on this program. You are being seen as one of the most courageous mayor to date that Guyana's had in the capital city. Many people are saying that you are there for the people, and you're challenging power, and you're doing your work in the correct way. Of course, you are grounding with the people of Georgetown, and you are well loved by the people of Georgetown. We are talking today, as you know, we are talking about the ongoing saga between yourself, your council, and the proprietor of Giftland Mall, Roy Beepat. It is understood that Mr. Beepat, it is alleged that he has not paid any taxes and is in arrears to the extent to the sum of in excess of $100 million. What is happening?
I can make mention of this here. I don't want to go back to the back to deal with these taxes because the Chief Justice has squashed the notice of the Mayor City Council.
Okay.
And the Chief Justice listened to the submission and the argument. He did not give a order as yet. That order will be on the 4th of March 2021. So I don't want to preempt the Honorable Chief Justice. But what I can say that the submission and the argument in the High Court last few days, it is that the Chief Justice said, look, the Chief Valuation Officer did not follow the laws, so Mr. Beepat has to go and get a re-evaluation and come to the City Council. That is my knowledge of this case. It is not the MCC fault. It is the Chief Magistrate. Outlined very clearly, the Chief Valuation Officer neglected his duty, himself and the Minister. And every 5 years, it ought to have re-evaluation in the entire country. The last was 1996. So Mr. The proprietor of Giftland Mall has to pay double the amount when the reassessment is finished.
So, for the sake of the viewers, are you saying and are you being pellucid that no taxes to date has been paid by Giftland Mall to the mayor?
No taxes. Since his business commenced, there is no taxes being paid to the Mayor City Council. The last valuation he had done is 2017. And when I engaged him in 2019, I think he paid only 2 million Guyana dollars, and that was it.
And so he's owing now in excess of 100 million.
Well, the Chief Justice quashed that notice.
Okay, okay. So there has to be a
Yes, saying
reevaluation.
that look, the Chief Valuation Officer has to follow the laws and do a reassessment.
Okay, to determine how much is owed. Yeah,
That's right.
fully understood. Mr. Beepat, the proprietor of Giftland Mall, he's been very public in his condemnation of you. He's been very condescending towards you. He has called you names. And after that case would have been heard and quashed, he's asking for an apology. He's asking that should be given to him by Monday 2 o'clock, or he would be taking you to court. He'll be suing you for in excess of 200 million. What do you have to say to him here and to the people in the diaspora and at home?
I took an oath to represent the people of Georgetown, and I'm doing so without fear or favor. And these are things that people want to get away with in this country, in our city of Georgetown. And I don't have anything to say to Mr. Roy Beepat. I would not stoop to that level. I uphold an oath and I will act upon that oath. And on behalf of the Mayor City Council, I will continue to call on business owners and the private sector to pay their rightful tax to the city. So Mr. Beepat can call me all names he wish. He can attack me all he wanted, but I would not stoop to that level. I'm wise, and I will continue to lead and not to be a follower.
You will continue to lead and not to be a follower. Mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narine, here on Voice of the Diaspora. Have you encountered much of such similar issues with big businesses in Georgetown? Because we're getting the impression at the moment that powerful business owners are not paying taxes, but the council is going after the ordinary man and woman to fill that gap. Are you now on a campaign, or have you been on a campaign for a while to hold major businesses, multi-billion dollars businesses in Guyana, to hold them accountable and to seek the money is owed to the town council in taxes? Because Mr. Beepat is saying that it seems to be something personal and he's being targeted. So, what do you have to say?
I don't know Mr. Beepat, and I wish not to know him. I am doing my duty as mayor and the oath I took. Businesses indeed owe the city lots of money in taxes. But I'm happy for the ruling. I applaud the Chief Justice because she will set an example for not only the city, but all the municipalities and the NDC in Guyana. So every 5 years, you have to do a re-valuation so that they according with laws. So all the businesses now in the city will have to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is no personal attack on Mr. Beepat. I don't know him, but you owe the city council, and I call you out to come and have negotiation. And this is not only with myself alone. This is since the then council, which we have letters that can show the public. We can publish it to the public. That negotiation was going on since before I become mayor. So it will be a great thing for this country on the ruling of the Madam Chief Justice. on the 4th of March.
On the 4th of March. That's when the ruling is going to happen. So you are clearing up now this misconception that the public is having that Mr. Beepat has been cleared and the matter is closed, and he's asking for an apology and saying that if you don't issue that personal apology, what I'm wondering, why would Mr. Beepat want a personal apology from you? You do not own the Mayor and Town Council. You are the mayor of Georgetown, and whatever you do within the realm of that occupation, it is on behalf of the mayor and town council. So what is he getting at when he said he wants a personal apology from you, and he's claiming that this is personal, and that you are, like you're a political person, carrying a political agenda against him. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Like I said before, I don't know him and I wish not to know him. I have done my. I represent and speak on behalf of the Mayor and City Council, and I will do so. I have nothing to say to Mr. Beepat. I am bigger than that. I will not go down that road. Like I said, I will continue to lead the people of Georgetown and not to be a follower. But I believe he is very emotional as well when he actually said that he needed an apology personally from me. What is the reason you need an apology from me? You will not get the apology from me that easily. You think you can be in New York or any other city of this Caribbean and do those nonsense that this government is encouraged with business people with taxes? It's nonsense. No government will encourage such a business who do not pay taxes in their country or city to do such thing.
No.
So I will continue to represent the people of Georgetown without fear or favor. I will not apologize to Mr. Beepat.
You will not apologize.
So if he wishes to sue me, let us go to the battlefield, which is the courts.
And that is where it is at the moment. You have a case there in court, and now he's threatening to sue. Let us quickly go to he has been making some public statements in which I want you to, for the sake of the diaspora, I want you to respond. He's been speaking on several occasions on GP Nightly News, and this is what he had to say in relation to the matter.
The mayor's a political animal. Say most times he's unintelligible. You don't understand what he's saying. I don't think he even understands what he's saying. He's been placed there to do a job that he's obviously not capable of. Imagine him representing you overseas. It's a total embarrassment. The reaction pays its taxes. Giftland has always paid its taxes. Giftland's never shied away from paying its taxes. Earlier, compliant. We have a problem with the mayor because although we try to negotiate, the mayor has taken this into a political issue. The mayor's being pulled by like a puppet on a string to make us look bad because people want to damage our credibility.
Those are very disrespectful and condescending statements made by Mr. Beepat there. He has gone to the point of trying to be insulting, and those are public statements. How would you respond to him? And you have the opportunity to speak here now and to respond to those charges of you being a political animal and all these stuff he's saying about you in public. I think we're getting a bit of static there from okay, we've lost the mayor. Hopefully he calls back in a second. That's So we're here in studio with Mayor Ubraj, the Mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narine, and we're talking about taxes allegedly owed to the mayor and town council in excess of $100 million, Guyana dollars, by Roy Beepat, who is the proprietor of Giftland Mall, as you would have heard Mr. Beepat, you know, speaking out against the mayor of Georgetown and being very rude, and condescending and disrespectful. And so we've lost the mayor. Hopefully the mayor calls back. Hopefully he rings back for us to conclude the show. I think he's getting a bit of connection problems at his end. I know what the signal situation is like in Guyana, and so we have to be a bit patient, and we have to be a bit patient and understanding. But that's the mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narine. His worship, the mayor, Ubraj Narine, here on KTP Live, here on Voice of the Diaspora, and he's telling his side of the saga that is ongoing with his mayor and town council, mayor and city council, and the proprietor of Giftland Mall, Mr. Roy Beepat, and so hopefully the mayor calls back and we can conclude the show. And so you hear live. This is Voice of the Diaspora, and we are speaking with the mayor of Georgetown. Mayor, can you call back, please? I think you got cut off. Yeah, just ring back. Yeah, thank you. Yes, so the mayor will be trying in a second to get back in studio. I know that he's out at a function, and so he had to do this interview from the comforts of his car, and that's how dedicated he is. That is how dedicated our mayor is, and he's back here with us. And yes, I know you've taken some time from your busy schedule. You're out at a function, and you are so committed to the cause that you would have taken time out to do this interview from your car. And so whatever little difficulties we're getting, I want the viewers to understand that that you have taken the opportunity to do this interview even though you are busy, and we wish to thank you very much. So in responding to those public statements by Mr. Beepat, and in closing, what would you like to say to the diaspora people at home in response to those statements?
I want to say that in the video that you played there, he said he pays his taxes. If he really wants an apology from me, let him produce to the entire country where he publish his receipt that he paid his taxes from since his business started to date. Let him publish it online, on the internet. Let him publish all his receipts. I will definitely issue him an apology. Let him do that.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to say to my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, Guyana is a beautiful country. We have a beautiful country, lots of resources, but our leaders, they are misusing of it. And people like myself and others who want our people here to benefit from it, we have been shut out from even the local content policy, anything to do or deal with the oil and gas sector. The mayor of Georgetown and council has been shut out totally from every function that the government has. We have been shut out of everything. We are not a part and parcel of it. They're looking to play blame game and politicize every single thing in this country. Our country is in a terrible state, and I wish that if people out there can follow this government on the doings what they're doing.
So you're saying that this government is creating, since it's entered office, it is creating that environment for such disrespect, like the ones coming from Mr. Beepat. Are you saying that because the government has changed, these powerful people are getting the support of this government in continuing the lawlessness? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, exactly. And he shouldn't even jump to sue myself. He should sue the minister who responsible for rating and valuation. It is not the mayor city council fault.
It is not the main city council fault. So in so
We act upon the valuation that's submitted to us. Then we apply our rating on it, or percentage on it, and we get the actually the rate that you have to pay to the city council according to the valuation. And valuation office do not control by the mayor city council, but controlled by the minister of finance.
also
So
this
I have nothing to do with the valuation office.
so you do you think that he's targeting you personally, as he's claiming that you are targeting him personally?
Well, I'm a spiritual person, and I wiser than him, and I wouldn't go down those roads by targeting him and accuse him and all these nonsense. I wouldn't do that. I represent the people of Georgetown. I will represent them, and I will continue to do so. And Mr. Beepat can call me names. He can talk whatever he want to talk about me. I have no time with him. I'm better than that.
Okay, and that is what you want him to hear from you publicly. You are bigger than that. You're better than that, and therefore you have no time to be going in the gutters with him. Finally, Mr. Mayor, I know your schedule is quite busy, and I don't want to keep you long. And so finally, the government has changed. You have worked you've worked under the coalition government for 4 to 5 years. And now there's a new government that has been in there, for a few months. How did you feel working under the previous government, and how do you feel now working under this government? And what are some of the challenges you're faced with at present? Let the people of the diaspora and the people at home know. Be outspoken.
Look, the coalition government, I worked with them, and they used to actually help us at the city level. They used to actually give us our rightful money, because there is something called the Fiscal Transfer Act, which central government has to give us subvention every year. The coalition had done that. Since the PPP government took office, I said to them, let us work together. I make 3 appointments to reach with the president himself, so that we can able to strategize and mobilize to develop the city of Georgetown. All 3 of that meeting was cancelled the same day I about to go to reach him. The PPP government, it's a government self-centered. They do not want to decentralize power. They want to control you and you to dance to their tune. Well, as mayor for Georgetown, I'm not preparing to do that. I'm preparing to fight tooth and nail with the laws by my side and the people by my side. I did not receive any subvention for 2020, neither no consultation for 2021 budget. So, but I will continue to do my best in the city to uphold my oath of office and represent the people of Georgetown very strongly.
It is interesting that you said, it is interesting that you said that, because people, the government today is saying to people that they're planning on transforming the country. They're making a lot of promises across the country. They're making promises to Linden. They're making promises to the people of Georgetown. And you are the mayor of Georgetown. And as I said, that you have shown courage by standing up to power and by being professional in the execution of your duties, whether it was under the coalition government or it is now under the PPP civic government. What would you like to say to the country when these promises are being made by the PPP? You have said just now that you would have had an appointment to meet with the president for meetings on 3 occasions, and on those 3 occasions, you have been cancelled out at the last minute. That is, of course, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand what is happening. What do you have to say to the people of Guyana and the people of Georgetown when you would have experienced what you have experienced at the hand of the president and also at the hand of the government? What would you say to the people?
The government don't want to work with us. They don't want to work with us. Actually, you having a local content policy for deal with oil and gas, and the city is not a part of it. But your big boys, the private sector and other agency which is connected to you is a part and parcel of the local content policy. Why you don't want the council? Why you don't want the opposition to be a part of this consultation? Therefore, you're doing things with their own interests
An agenda.
and benefit. An agenda, exactly. Because recently one of the high official of the government make mention and encourage the investors, look, lease land and not to buy property, lease property and not to buy property. Go and put it in the legislation, because currently the legislation of our country actually give the foreign investors to buy property. But you think this is the 90s? You're speaking to Guyanese people. This is not the 90s. Go and put it in a bill and take it to Parliament. Then we will know that you mean business for the Guyanese people. The foreign investors can come here and get concession. Why not your own Guyanese business people who want to elevate themselves, who want to elevate their village, community, society? Give them concession too. Give them a break. That is development. That is when you work for the people's interest and not for your self-interest.
You are very outspoken. You are very, and we are experiencing. In fact, the entire diaspora is experiencing this today. The way you're courageously speaking out and calling the government out here. Do you believe that you will be targeted by the government? Do you believe it is because of your courage of conviction and the principle that you hold in terms of working professionally to develop Georgetown, not to be bowing to any political powers or organizations or big businesses and so on? Do you believe that this government will want to come after you and to victimize you because of that?
Many times I think so. But I do my job. And like I said before, the oath I took, I will uphold it very strongly. If I'm not there, I would not operate in this manner. But I took an oath and I have to represent that oath very strongly. I cannot sit back and look at the Guyanese people suffer, because the Guyanese people has nothing to get with oil and gas. It's this oil and gas and all these businesses coming in Guyana is friends and family and cronies. Give the local businesses some kind of local people here, some kind of benefit. Let them take it and run with it. But you are putting policies in place to block your local people in this country by saying before you get a contract, you need to have 200 million, 100 million. If you now started a business and you and your family alone doing this business, you cannot expect to have 100 million or 50 million to get a contract from government. You have to give those people a break so that the business can elevate. Encourage the Guyanese overseas to come back here and open business with their family. Give them concession. Don't have international people coming here, because I believe we are being. I believe personally we are going to be enslavement, modernized enslavement, in slavery. So that we have to work for these foreigners. Why we have to work with these foreigners? Why the foreigners can't come here? And let us do it together so the Guyanese people will benefit more. If my founder leader was alive, Lyndon Forbes Burnham, this will never happen. Guyanese people have been treated like stepchildren in their own country. So I will not sit down and listen and take this nonsense from any political leader on any political party. I will represent the people of this country. I will represent the people of the city, and I will do so.
You are the mayor of Georgetown, and you are the mayor of the capital city of one of the wealthiest countries at present in the world because of the oil it possesses. You are making these statements to the world. Very courageous of you, very outspoken. And in closing, Comrade Mayor, His Worship the Mayor Ubraj Narine is here with us on Voice of the Diaspora. You have heard him for yourself. You're hearing him at the moment for yourself. You know now why the powers that be are after him, because he does not mince his words. He speaks out. He's outspoken. He is the most powerful mayor in Guyana. He's the mayor of the capital city. Here he's saying that modern slavery is about to grip the Guyanese society. Here he's saying that the Guyanese people have nothing to benefit from the oil in Guyana. He's saying here that it is the expatriates and the foreigners who are here working that will benefit everything. He's saying that the ordinary man and the businessman in Guyana may not be able to find 100 million US or more to invest in businesses here that is related to oil, and this government is turning a blind eye. In closing, Comrade Mayor, the mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narine, His Worship the Mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narine. In closing, what do you want to say to Mr. Beepat? Would you say to him clearly before you go that I will never apologize? What do you want to say to the government in terms of ensuring that the Guyanese people and the people of Georgetown get their dues? You have a moment to do that. Go ahead.
I want to say to the proprietor for Giftland Mall that let him publish his receipt. Mayor Ubraj Narine will not apologize to him that easy. Publish all your receipt online. Let the people, let the diaspora see that you pay your taxes when your business started, right? And I willing to work with any government.
Yeah.
I willing to work with any government for the development of the people of the city and by extension my country. I want to see my citizen, my brothers and sisters in Guyana here, have a home, have a business, and live in a comfortable life. We have all these resources here, and yet we are a third world country. Because of what? And you people may laugh at me now, but this is the fastest growing country in the world right now because of the oil that we have. But we are not seeing that. We are seeing a very little and tiny leadership in the oil and gas sector. I am saying that we can do much more, and I'm ready to work with government for the right things for the city. and not to take instruction out of the laws. I will take instruction and I will work with instruction according to the laws that govern this great land of ours we all love called Guyana.
Mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narine, here on Voice of the Diaspora, and we are closing now. Do you feel afraid sometimes for your safety? I mean, you are very very outspoken. We are aware that a lot of bad things happening in Guyana under the previous PPP civic government, and it appears as if people are saying to me that the Phantom is back in Georgetown, the Phantom Squad is back in Georgetown, the police force is being pressured to follow the directive of the government. That's your tongue, Georgetown, and you will have an idea. Do you believe that we are returning to those dark days, slowly returning or fastly returning to those dark days that we would have encountered 23 years under the People's Progressive Party?
Nothing impossible. Nothing is impossible here in Guyana. And I want to say to the people of home here and in the diaspora, I'm a man of God, and God knows exactly what He's doing. My life, my family, and everything is in God's hand.
Mayor Ubraj Narine, thank you very much for being on Voice of the Diaspora, and we will be keeping an eye out on you, and you're welcome to come on this program at any time to discuss the progress of your council. Anything that you need to be publicized, this program will be available. We have our print media section that will be publishing stories very soon. In fact, one of my producers said he is going to cover what you say on this show tonight, and it will be in print by tomorrow afternoon. I want to say to you, I'm very very elated. I'm honored, to have you on this program. You are a man of the people. You are a mayor of the people, and you said that if your comrade leader Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham, and today is coincidentally his birth anniversary, and you said that if he were alive, none of these things would have been happening. Thank you very much for being on Voice of the Diaspora, and do have a good evening.